Going to see another fastball right here. I don't think Randy has enough confidence in the breaking ball in this first inning. I think he's going to try to get out of this inning, make him swing at a fastball.
Hit down the right field line and hit pretty well towards the corner. That ball is gone. Home run. Down the right field line for Pujols, and the Cardinals have taken a 2-0 lead. Tony La Russa told us yesterday, you can miss a pitch and hit a home run down the lines in this ballpark. Pujols was late, but he got enough of it.
The rest of this ball field plays very, very big, very fair place. You want to know why Pujols has MVP-type numbers, certainly the Rookie of the Year, is there are very few guys that can take that pitch from Randy Johnson and hit it out of the ballpark. Fastball up and away from Pujols, and he still hammered it.
The ball up well from Odalis Perez, but this guy will pick it up well from anybody.
Now, here is Albert Pujols, himself a very strong candidate for the MVP in the National League. And you see that's either the changeup or he just took something off that fastball. 83 miles an hour, got it up a little bit. Albert Pujols hit .379 against left-handed pitching this year. .331 overall. The Cardinals, they have a lot of guys who wear out the lefties. Pujols hit .379. Rolen hit .371. Renteria .366. Even Jim Edmonds, a left-handed hitter, hit .330 against the lefties. 1-1 the count, and down and away. On the other hand, Joe, looking at the history of Perez this year, he actually did better against right-handed hitters than he did against the lefties.
Well, these guys handle left-handed pitching because none of them are really pull hitters. Rolen, Pujols, Renteria, all of them shoot the ball left center to right center, and that's how you handle left-handed pitching.
Fastball at the knees, and look at that, 92 miles an hour. So he was 83, 85, and all of a sudden 92 miles an hour to Albert Pujols. 2-2.
So far in this ball game, Dale Scott has been giving the low pitch, which had been, before they changed the umpiring rotations, had been a trait of the National League.
2-2, 2 down. Deep center. Way back there. Finley to the wall. It's gone. A home run. And the Cardinals strike first. Albert Pujols to center field. 1-0 St. Louis.
John, and that's why I say the Cardinals can handle good pitching. You can't pitch a hitter any better than Odalis Perez pitched Pujols there. Change speeds, he threw him fastball. Every pitch was a different speed, and he ends up throwing a changeup away, down, and he still hits it out of the ballpark. That's what you call handling good pitching right there.
You see Odalis Perez a little upset. The fans are still on their feet. They want Albert to come out and take a bow, and here he comes.
The fans here in St. Louis are the best.
Now Scott Rolen
was so quick. Milton dropped the ball and ended up forcing the pitcher, Suppan, who had retreated to first base, forcing him at second. Once again, 9-4-3-6.
Pujols a .343 batter during the regular season with runners in scoring position. He's knocked in just 1 run on a solo home run in this series. So here you have two of the great sluggers in Pujols and Beltre. In between them, they have 2 RBIs. What a likable young man Albert Pujols is. Featured in this week's People magazine and loves at home cooking. Cool pitch paints the inside corner. Pujols not so sure. Well, this one's shaping up to be a dandy here tonight. Maybe not the most crisply pitched game in the world or played game in the world, but it's 2-2 in the 4th inning. Dodgers trying to send it to Game 5. The Cardinals trying to end this series tonight. 3-1 on Pujols. Rolling next. There's activity in the Dodger bullpen. Hard-throwing rookie right-hander Duaner Sanchez. In the air, down the left field line, hit a ton. Back to the wall is Worth. It is gone. Pujols a 3-run home run.
A 3-1 fastball out over the plate. He is so strong. Question of whether it was going to be fair or not. Coming inside on a 3-1 count. If you're going to jam a hitter, trying to jam him 3-1, 2-0, 2-1, 3-0, not the place to go. Remember in last night's game, generally speaking, if a pitcher is behind in the count, you go away. If you're ahead in the count, that's the time to pop him inside. When you've got a guy like Pujols on a 3-1 count, that's what he's sitting on. Something to drive, and he got it.
5-2 Cardinals lead. Let's check in with Chris Myers.
Well, we talked about the crowd before, Tom. Now it's so quiet here at Dodger Stadium. The celebrities can hear themselves tell themselves how good they are.
Albert Pujols. Slider away. Well, against any club that has reached the league championship series, you can't give them additional outs. But you cannot say that enough against this Cardinal team. You give them 4 outs in an inning, and you are flirting with major trouble. 2-0.
And Psycho, I agree with your point in the open about working around Pujols to get to Rolen. Scott Rolen, an MVP caliber player, but he is not at his best right now. And because of that calf and his inability to run full speed, you know, an unintentional, intentional walk right here would set up the possibility of a double play ball.
Absolutely. I mean, he's got to prove to this Astro team right now that he could still hit.
2-0 to Pujols. Hammered in a deep right center field. We are tied.
Location. Where does Austin want the ball? He wants it away. He gets it away, but it's up. And Albert can handle that pitch. That's just a mistake. I don't see why you would not be trying to go around him in that situation, as we talked about before.
Such a strong man, power to all parts of the ballpark. A pitch elevated out over the plate where he could extend. All he had to do was make contact, and that ball was going to leave the park.
Cardinals won the opener here last night, 10-7. Pujols to start things against the new pitcher, as Orlando Palmeiro remains in a game to play left field. Part as a double switch. Dan Maselli now on the mound. Maselli, one of 2 members in this Houston bullpen with postseason experience. He pitched for San Diego way back in '98. A scoreless inning in Game 5 of the division series. 2/3 of a scoreless inning in Game 4. He lost Game 2 when he gave up the home run to Rafael for a call. And he's given up a long run to Pujols. This guy something. He is something.
And this crowd's going to call him back out.
Lions got it. It throws low, picked out of the dirt by Bagwell. So they did start the runner with Walker to play. And Womack's in scoring position for Albert Pujols. Pujols in the LCS, 9 hits in 19 at-bats, 3 home runs, 6 knocked in. He's been the best Cardinal hitter and by far their most consistent hitter in this postseason. Strike one.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a pitch around right here. Pujols is not only red hot for the Cardinals, he's 6 for 12 lifetime against Monroe. Scott Rowland, the on-deck hitter, 2 for 11 lifetime. Obviously, a walk right here to Pujols, whether intentional or not, would set up a potential double play.
0-1 to Pujols. Fastball ran in, almost hit it. Albert, the only Cardinal to bring his bat to the Lone Star State. You see what he did in games 3, 4, and 5. Everybody else hit less than 100. Wow. Holes in the lineup. The Cardinals have knocked the cover off the ball in 4 postseason games here at Busch Stadium. They have been dreadful on the road, including the 2 games in Los Angeles and the 3 in Houston. As a team on the road, hitting 179. At home, over 300, where they also average over 8 runs per game. There goes Womack. Fouled out of play. Tony La Russa told us more than any other player he's ever seen, Albert Pujols likes being at the plate and hitting and running at the plate. He said he looks over at his manager in the dugout, and here are those numbers we talked about, home versus the road offensively for St. Louis.
What a great jump out there at second by Womack. Pete Monroe paying a lot of attention to him, but once he starts his delivery to the plate, he is very deliberate, very slow.
I think it's dangerous in the situation that you talked about, Bob, to give him the intentional walk by pitching around him for 2 reasons. Because a lot of times if you're trying too hard to get too fine with your pitches is when one gets away from you and then out over the middle of the plate. The other thing is Pujols is such a great bad ball hitter. We've only seen really 1 called strike, the first pitch he threw to him. The rest of them have been out of the strike zone.
Hammered into left center field, and Pujols plays long ball.
Down and out over the plate. Little comeback sinker, started on the outside corner, was tailing back toward the middle of the plate. That is a strong young man right there.
And pretty much what I talked about as well, that's a nasty pitch. It wasn't a great pitch to hit. Down and away.
Cierre del sexto capítulo y otra vez la parte medular de la artillería de los Cardenales para enfrentar a Roy Oswalt. Play Monton.
Aquí es el dominicano Pujols, palo sólido para jardín izquierdo, la pelota se va y está del otro lado. Estalla el cañón de Albert Pujols y los Cardenales se acercan 2-1.
entera en la campaña regular y sabía desde el principio Pujols que esa pelota se iba del otro lado de la cerca. Swing asesino.
3-1 to Jim Edmonds, and Lidge delivers. He takes ball 4, and now Albert Pujols will come to the plate representing the go-ahead run. Phil Garner going to come out to the mound and visit with Lidge. You can't say enough about this Cardinal team, Ivan. Won 100 games during the regular season, just ran away from all the competition in the Central, the Astros included. They've lost back-to-back one-run games here in Houston after splitting the first 2 games of this series. You've been in this position, Bob Brentley. What's he saying to his pitcher right now?
Well, I think he's just trying to get him to refocus on making his pitches. As I mentioned, it looked like Lidge was getting a little ahead of himself. He was just rearing back and overthrowing the ball, trying to put an end to this ball game and a beginning to the celebration. I'm sure Phil Garner went back out there to remind him, hey, you have to execute your pitches. He told us before the game today, you can tell when Brad Lidge is right when he's throwing his fastball at the knees on the outside corner, because that's also the release point he needs to throw that devastating slider off of the edge of the plate. Lidge overthrowing the last couple pitches, missed way in and up on Jim Edmonds, and now has to deal with one of the best hitters in the game.
Pujols tonight 0 for 4. 2 on, 2 out. Top of the 9th inning. Swing and a miss. Bottom fell out of that pitch.
I would expect to see all sliders in this at bat from Brad Lidge. I wouldn't risk throwing a fastball up there to one of the best fastball hitters in the game.
0-1 to Pujols. In the air, left field, and Pujols has given St. Louis the lead. A dramatic, towering 3-run home run. Stunned in disbelief here in Houston. A single by Eckstein, a walk to Edmonds, and how about Albert Pujols?
He got the slider, but it was not a good slider. Stayed right over the middle of the plate. He nearly knocked that left field wall down out there behind the Crawford boxes. I mean, that's the best extension we've seen from Pujols in this series. He has no doubt that ball's headed out of here. Boy, the collective intake of breath turned this place into a vacuum when that ball came off the bat of Albert Pujols.
Soon as it left the bat, there was no debate about it. Pujols walking up the line to watch it.
Well, Pujols will get the credit for hitting the 3-run home run, but a huge tip of the cap to David Eckstein for his battling at bat, getting a base hit. Then Jim Edmonds, very patient, draws a walk to get the big guy to the plate.
Well, this guy, we talked about him the entire series. If there's anybody better in the game today, I have no idea who that would be. If you were to walk around and ask any general manager, any scout, if you could start one team today with one player, where would it begin? Pujols would be the answer 95% of the time.
The most dangerous player in baseball, Albert Pujols and the St. Louis Cardinals, travel to face Mike Piazza and the San Diego Padres. The joint will be jumping on the West Coast. Last season's MVP, Albert Pujols, had the Cardinals flying high before he was grounded in early June. However, Tony La Russa knew he had some aces in the hole in order to maintain their comfortable lead. For last year's MVP, and maybe this year's as well, Albert Pujols. You know, there was some discussion, of course, with a little humor as the umps were going over the ground rules. What happens if Pujols hits that crane over the scoreboard? Is it a home run? Yeah, it's a home run. It's a record-setting home run. struck out looking in the first inning to end it against Jake Peavy. Breaking ball in, strike. You like the way he's worked them.
Well, he's going to need to throw the breaking ball. Albert having a little discussion with Jerry Davis. The breaking ball, Albert thinking it was inside and a little bit low.
That one was inside by just a hair. That was some pop.
Well, if the crowd in San Diego was laid back, they are now into the game officially here. When the superstar gripes about balls and strikes, now every pitch will count for everyone.
Popped up. Piazza fighting the sun and fighting the screen and loses the battle. Tough play. Midday sun, screen in the way. But that would have been a big out, boy. Get him on one of those.
Well, that could turn out to be a huge play. Mike Piazza doing a good job turning and getting rid of the mask, but now no sunglasses, no eye black. Runs into the screen, and the ball comes back, which normally it does with the spin. But right there, it might have hit off the screen up above and come back at him.
No error.
That's why I missed it by so much.
Yeah, no error if you're wondering. Just a foul ball. 1-2. Foul underneath us.
Well, Peavy is classic fastball in, breaking ball away. Mostly breaking balls. The first at bat to Pujols, a lot of breaking balls, 4 out of 5, and then locked him up on a fastball away. Here he's gone fastball in and all breaking balls. Let's see where he thinks the put away pitch is.
Away.
Goes back to the well where he got him out the last time. And that's one of the things when you face a great hitter, you have to think along with him, but mainly you have to make adjustments. You can't continue to go to the well with the same pitch because the hitter usually has made the adjustment in front of you.
Tried it again. Now the count full.
Well, the last two, fastball away and breaking ball away, Boomer. Jim Edmonds on deck. A left-handed hitter that can hit into a double play because of the sore feet that he has. So you don't want to give in to Albert because you got a possible 2 outs on deck. I'd see might run a fastball in here. You've gone away twice with both pitches. If you stay on the outside part of the plate, Albert is used to seeing the ball come out of your hand and going to that location. He had pretty good success with the fastball in earlier in this at-bat, kind of locking Albert up. Let's see if he goes there.
There goes the runner Duncan. We'll do it again.
Well, Albert only struck out 50 times in 535 at bats, so that gives Tony La Russa a lot of confidence to start Duncan at first.
Payoff pitch again. There he goes. And there it goes to deep left center field. Back, gone. Albert Pujols has done it again. A 2-run shot here in the 4th inning, and the Cardinals have struck first 2-0. He was almost out on the ball behind the plate with Piazza. And now he hits one out.
Well, the whole sequence, a little griping about the first pitch. Jerry Davis, and he got into it. Albert stayed mentally in tune with the at-bat, didn't lose his focus. He battled all the way, and then finally got a pitch in the middle of the plate, a hanging breaking ball on a 3-2 count, and he deposited it even here in Petco.
Beltran, 1 out. After the game last week, game 1 of this NLCS, Albert Pujols had this to say about the effort of Glavine. Keep in mind, Glavine went 7 innings, allowed no runs on 4 hits, and got a 2-0 win. He wasn't good. He wasn't good at all. I think we hit the ball hard. We didn't get some breaks. I say he wasn't good at all. And then he went on to say some more, and obviously saying that in front of microphones and writers and it happening in New York, it's going to mushroom and blossom. And it's something that was talked about for the next couple of days, and now here they are again. Pujols fly to center his first time up. Glavine had a great response. He said, I have a ton of respect for Albert. That's what he said leading into yesterday. He's a great player. It's a great challenge when I face him individually. Off the end of the bat, a changeup from Glavine, and it is out of the reach of Delgado. He went on to say, if he truly didn't think I pitched well the other night, then I hope I do something to really impress him. That would be a good thing. And that would be Tom Glavine totally diffusing the situation, and in my mind, putting an end to any sort of a feud between these two proud athletes.
Right. And I don't think Albert was trying to insinuate anything with Tom Glavine and the Mets. I think he was trying to fire up his own teammates. Here's the leader of your team. He wants them to know that they hit the ball well, but they didn't score any runs, and they're going to be facing these guys again like he is tonight. So he didn't want any kind of letdown from his ball club.
Pujols was 0 for 2 with a walk. He's 0 for 1 tonight. And in the air to left field. Back at the track, at the wall. It's a home run, and Pujols has just impressed Glavine.
As everybody knows in baseball, the most indelible impressions are hits, not words.
Didn't get all of it, but got enough of it. Just over the wall and left. The left field umpire, Jerry Lane, initially gave the safe call, which made you think that the ball was still in play. But it hit those billboards beyond the wall, and then eventually Jerry Lane signaled home run.
One changeup just inside the line. Changeups have hurt both pitchers thus far. You can see that grip. When a pitcher grips that ball tightly, the slower the pitch. Just inside the diving Guillen, and now there is a place to put Pujols, but the Tigers are going to pitch to him. Like it's 0-2.
Pujols, runner at second, 2 out. And Albert Pujols hits one into deep right field. Back at the wall. It is gone. 2-run shot. Albert Pujols with first base open. The Tigers pitch to the MVP, and he makes Detroit pay. It's 4-1 St. Louis here in the 3rd inning. Third home run this postseason. He had only 1 RBI the entire NLCS. He's got 2 here in the World Series now.
So instead of pitching Pujols like it was 0-2, Verlander pitches him like it was 2 balls and no strikes. Tell you, Jim Leyland told us before the first division game against the Yankees, Joe, that Tuesday night, that he'll be second-guessed a lot in the division series in the ALCS. And he'll be second-guessed about that, too. First base open.
I just don't understand it, because he was talking about, I'm not going to go to the point, I don't think, where if it's 2 out, nobody on, I'm going to put him on.
And fired a strike over there and had a better chance.
So the Cardinals testing Markham right away. A bunt single, and now Albert Pujols will hit. Albert was 1 for 4 in Game 1 yesterday. His hit was a single in the first inning. But his at-bat in the 7th, maybe the biggest at-bat of the night, for the Cardinals. He bounced into that 5-4-3 double play that Ron showed you, and it wiped out a Cardinal rally. And why wouldn't Tony La Russa expect big things from Albert Pujols? He's been doing it his entire career. Has had some monster games in the postseason as well, but has not homered in the postseason since 2006, the year the Cardinals won the World Series. Albert Pujols got off to a great start at his postseason career. The numbers through his first 39 games, that covers about halfway through the 06 postseason run. But in the last 23, a .269 hitter, pedestrian for Albert Pujols, and just 2 home runs and 5 RBIs. And all of this offense with the St. Louis Cardinals, you have to expect Albert Pujols to be a big part of it if they're going to advance to the World Series.
Again, the illusion of that pitch starting in the strike zone, out of the strike zone by the time he gets to the plate. Another swing and miss by Albert. His numbers are a little misleading. He does have 8 base hits in the postseason. Before them were in 1 game.
Pujols coming off a 37 home run season with 99 driven in. Narrowly missed a 300 batting average. He had 299. One of the most feared right-handed hitters in all of baseball, and this is a series that matches up 2 first basemen that will set the market for free agency this offseason at Albert Pujols and Prince Fielder. A ball and a strike on Pujols with John Jay at first base. And that one is ripped foul. Pujols getting out ahead of it. Sean Markham, everything, including the kitchen sink, as an old baseball term goes. He'll mix it up. He was the first piece to the Doug Melvin puzzle. The Brewers general manager making a trade for Sean Markham with the Toronto Blue Jays. Gave up the Brewers' best prospect to get Markham, and pretty balanced repertoire. And you got to go to the thumb when you're calling pitches for Sean Markham. It takes all 5.
When they talk about Sean Markham, Rick Granitz, the pitching coach of the Brewers, say he adds and subtracts as well as anyone he's ever seen. He also judges the speed of the bat of the hitter. If he's way ahead of the ball like Pujols was in his last swing, he'll take a little off.
Markham had a lot of trouble connecting with the signals with his catcher in his last start, as Pujols lifts one deep left, and he'll watch this one fly out of here. Albert Pujols, a 2-run home run, and it is the Cardinals who strike first once again. Pujols goes deep for the first time in the postseason since 06, and a 2-0 lead for St. Louis.
Well, one of the things that you just talked about, Ron, his bat got sped up by an inside fastball. He just pulled an off-speed pitch, way foul. He stayed in there, and as Albert can do better than anybody, turn a pitch around quicker than it's thrown in. And right there was just a location up, and Albert just throws his hands in the barrel of the bat, and it just takes off.
So Albert Pujols puts the Cardinals on top 2-0. A missile, 10 World Series titles. Quiets down this 17-sellout crowd at Miller Park. And that is what is on the line here tonight for St. Louis. With one more win, they advance. Chris Narveson back on the mound. He starts his second inning of work. Gave up a home run, 2 for call in the second. Albert Pujols leads off. He'll be followed by Bergman, then Matt Holliday. Narveson has had his moments against St. Louis during the regular year. Back in June, he went 8 shutout innings against the Cardinals. He was the winning pitcher here at Miller Park against St. Louis. A big-time postseason performer, Albert Pujols. He performs no matter what the stage. 9 for 19 in this series. With a home run and 7 runs batted in. 5 of those came in one game. And 5 RBIs in game 2. And a 4-hit game for Albert Pujols.
You know, he's 9 for 19, but you see that shift with Weeks up the middle. He's had 2 hits taken away by that shift so far.
Full count to Pujols, starting the 3rd inning. Chased one.
Well, you know it's been an amazing series when you and pitchers have not had their way, but Narveson leads the Brewers staff with strikeouts. You would never, in this series, you would never predict that could have been the situation.
And that's with 1 inning. He struck out the side of the 2nd. No. Pujols lines one deep to left, and there goes another home run. Albert Pujols goes deep, gets into the act. 6-4 St. Louis. The 6th home run of the ball game as Pujols belts his 2nd of this series.
Well, occasionally when you watch Albert Pujols, when you throw that high pitch high in the strike zone, it's almost fence high for him. He just dropped the head of the bat on it, and it gets out of here quickly.
The outs are down with Pujols. You've got to get it down. You're not going to get away with it up.
And that was Ron Washington's point. Once you've seen that slider a couple of times, then you can throw the fastball and get your man, and he did.
Here's Pujols. He's 2 for 3. And again, Torrealba has to go out and talk. Ogando brings him out. Pujols with 2 home runs this postseason. Those came in the NLCS. Got his first hits of this World Series in the 4th and 5th, and now he bats in the 6th. Does not have an RBI in this series yet. Anxious moment here at Rangers ballpark as Ogando deals with the bat of Albert Pujols. Good slider for a strike. 1-1.
You could see Pujols, that little whistle, he thought it was outside, and it was.
Big call, big difference between 2 and 0.
It really is.
And 1 and 1.
That's right.
In this situation. That is hammered into left.
Oh my God.
That ball is absolutely murdered. Crushed by Pujols. And that makes it 11-6 here in the 6th. His 3rd hit of the night, his first home run of this World Series. And this thing was blasted. This is how you turn around a 96-mile-an-hour fastball.
El Hombre.
The only question was how far was that thing going to ride, and it almost got into the 2nd deck.
Hit the facing of the 2nd deck. You're not going to see too many balls hit any harder or farther than that.
Pujols on deck.
Temperatures dropped a bit. The wind is still whipping through Rangers ballpark. There is some weather in the area as ball 4 is inside. It's supposed to rain, they say, in about 45 minutes.
It's tough to read a crowd, but you get the sense and the feeling from this crowd of enormous respect after seeing Pujols and what he did his last time up. Ranger fans have heard about him. The nation's heard about him. The Cardinal fans know him.
Here's one into left center field. Back at the track. He's got another. And more respect. Unbelievable. As he's hit a 3-run shot, now a 2-run shot. And the Cardinals lead it 14-6 in the 7th. For his last 4 at-bats. 5 RBIs, 3 runs scored. And Albert Pujols, after being hitless through the first 2 games, is heating up. Well, he's hot. He's not heating up. He's over that hump.
He's been hot for 11 years.
Beltre sliding to his right, where he's good. 2 down, and here comes Pujols. Darren Oliver and Albert Pujols, who has 4 straight hits, takes ball 1 low. That one fouled at the plate, a ball and a strike. 15-7 game here in game 3. Rangers will have Young, Beltre, and Cruz. The bottom half of the 9th. Here's a 1-1. Ball 2. We left Tony La Russa's office. A pregame chat as we do with each manager. He said, well, hope we play the bottom of the 9th. The road, the Cardinals hoping that that would be the case, and there will be a bottom of the 9th as the count goes to 2-2. Popped up right side, foul ball, and it will get just out of the reach of Napoli and off that guy's elbow. Pujols grounded out his first time, then singled in the 4th, led off that 4-run rally. The base hit, did the same in the 5th, the 3-run rally, and then hit a 3-run home run in the 6th and a 2-run shot in the 7th. The Rangers fan is thinking I had to watch Pujols have 4 hits, 2 home runs. Then he hits me, and here goes one in the left. How about 3 on the night in a row? A 3-run shot, a 2-run home run, and now a solo blast. And Albert Pujols has tied Reggie Jackson with 3 home runs against the Rangers in game 3. Wow.
That's a wow. Giving him the silent treatment. That's the El Hombre silent treatment.
Now Holiday takes the ball down and in.
frightening.
You can see the look on Oliver's face. He just became Charlie Huff, giving up the 3rd home run in a World Series game.
Billy Butler wearing the mic and Gerard Dyson wearing him out about stealing that base. His first since 2012, as we pointed out. And we move to the 4th. Kansas City on top, 5-1. If you're James Shields, what are you doing, Ron?
Well, again, we're going back to this shutdown inning. They just got another big home run from Hosmer. You can't let the Angels sniff it at all. They have not hit. Okay, they have not hit in the postseason yet, but they can at any time.
Like right now, Pujols, deep left, back toward that wall, and that's gone. Albert Pujols leads off the 4th with a solo shot, and it's 5-2, Kansas City. And you heard Matt Weiner talk about the cheering section he would have tonight after playing high school ball and junior college ball in Kansas City. 40 tickets left in that suite, and they love every part of that.
That was just a little cutter, slider, a little variation off the fastball at 89 miles an hour. Hung up over the plate. Never got enough of it.
So Trout with a solo in the 1st. Pujols solo in the 4th.